Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be the fallacy of hiding your attraction. Well, I've got an interesting email here from a guy who's always known this woman I guess he works with. He's always had a strong attraction for her, but she always had a boyfriend. Well, a few months ago, she ended up breaking up with this particular boyfriend, and so he did great by asking her out, went on a date, and then walked her to her car, and then he started looking at her lips and her eyes, just like what I talk about in my book to do, and how to determine when a woman is ready to be kissed. And she said something along the lines of, oh, we're going to do this now? And he just went for it and made out with her. And then she pulled back after about 15 seconds, after a passionate kiss, and she says, wow, that was kind of weird. And then so what he starts doing is kind of hiding his attraction, feeling ashamed for it. And then what he says to her is, yeah, it was kind of like kissing a sister. It's like, oh, man. Oh, it's like total fucking facepalm. It's like, come on, man. What were you thinking? As a man, never be embarrassed. Never feel bad. Never feel ashamed for your sexual attraction or your interest in a woman that you'd like to date or go out with or hook up. Whatever it happens to be. And this is like case in point. So he's like, what the... I really want to go out with this girl, but it's like, now I may have kind of screwed the pooch by telling her this. So he basically told her a lie because he feared rejection. So he's like, I'm in a hell of a mess now. It's like, because she's out of town. He's like, I want to go out with her again, but it's like, I told her the kiss her is like kissing a sister. It's like, how do I fix that? So I have a quote that I wrote in this topic, and then we're going to go through his email, and I'm going to tell him what he can do to backpedal and turn things around when he does talk to her again when she comes back. And so the quote says, when a man finds a woman attractive, the most masculine way to respond is to immediately express his interest without any fear of the consequences or potential for rejection. As long as a man shows up and expresses his interest without fear or shame, even if he gets rejected, at least she will respect him as a man for showing up. One of the worst things a guy can do that will ruin his chances of ever dating her and potentially having a relationship with her is to pretend as if he's only interested in being friends. He has no romantic interest in her, or try to be friends first in hopes that he can fly under the radar and vomit his feelings all over her at a later time. This is cute in movies, but it's one of the quickest ways a man will lose a woman's respect and blow his chances forever of dating her. He says, greetings, Corey. I'm a 28-year-old male, and she's a 26-year-old female. She works in the office adjacent to mine, and we're both developers in the same team, and we've worked here for 2.5 years. She had dated a guy for a few years before working here and got him a job here. He works in a different department, but a few months ago, they broke up. How convenient. Throughout the 2.5 years, we developed a friendship. However, I thought she showed signs of romantic interest as she told me I was number 2 behind some way older guy on her top 5 at the office in attraction. There was always accidental touching, he says, like when coworkers would go out for drinks and we sat next to each other. She thinks everything I say is hilarious. Well, it definitely sounds like she's into you. And this is another reason why it's so important to read my book. Why? Because in my book I describe what to look for. What are the signs that women will exhibit when it means they're into you? And she's definitely touching you accidentally, like he says. That definitely shows that she's interested. The fact that she laughs at everything he's like, that she literally thinks everything he says is hilarious, that also is indicative of the fact that she's attracted to you. And that's what matters most. He says, I slowly developed strong feelings for her, but I never told her out of respect for her relationship. I fought them off, but I had to start ignoring her almost completely. Now that she's single, we've been interacting a lot, and the feelings have come back very strongly. Thinking because of our work situation that there'd be no chance between us, I decided to tell her. So you vomited all over her your feelings. And it's interesting what her reaction is as he vomits his feelings to her. It's like, guys think, oh, I just got to get her alone and I got to profess oh, I've had a crush on you forever and I love you. What do you think a woman's going to say with that? If masculine energy is all about purpose, drive, mission, succeeding, accomplishing, breaking through barriers, taking risks, going for what you want, being direct, being decisive, and you tell a woman that you have feelings for her, what do you think her response is going to be? I took her out, table for two, dimly lit, and we had drinks. I told her, but she didn't say, I just want to be friends. She said, what do you want me to do with that? In other words, she's saying, I'm a woman, dude. You're supposed to be the man. You got feelings for me. Grow some fucking balls and do something about that. It's like he's thinking, I gotta have to talk with her. You see this in movies all the time. Guy's got a crush on some girl that he works with or whatever, and he's gonna plan the ultimate date where he gets her on the ultimate date, and there he goes, you know, I've always had feelings for you. And there goes, oh my god, because I've always had feelings for you too. Let's run off and get married. Oh, that's so happy. And fireworks go off, and that's the shit you see in the movies. It's the absolute most pathetic, weak-ass fucking thing you can do in real life. Notice what she says. What do you want me to do with that? In other words, she's saying, you're the one with the penis, dude. You're supposed to know what to do with your feelings. Like, vomit them up. Like, expect me to make a decision? And then she later said, I couldn't date another coworker. You always got to have a better comeback. When she says, I couldn't date another coworker. Oh, you mean you couldn't date another coworker who wasn't at least as hot as I was? That's the kind of thing you got to come back with. That shows that you're certain of yourself. But the problem is you're being indecisive, you're dithering, and you're vomiting your feelings, and you're basically saying, hey, mommy, what do I do now? I have feelings for you. What do I do? Women don't want to teach you how to be a man. You should have been hanging out, having fun, and hooking up like I talk about in my book. So you go to dinner, you have great conversation, you walk her to the car, boom, you go for the kiss. You don't go, I have feelings for you. It's the worst way to go about it. It makes you look like a beta male. He says at the end, she went on about how she had to go through this scary dark alley to get to her car. I interpreted that as, hey, walk me to my car. So I did. At the car, I looked into her lips, then back at her, and she goes, oh, we're doing this, huh? Yep, bring those fucking lips over here and kiss me now, woman. I kissed her. We made out for about a solid 15 seconds, and then she backed away and said, nope, can't do it. It's too weird. Let's practice a little bit more. Come on. Grab her, pull her close. He says, I felt a slight weirdness too. See, this is what happens here. She was digging you. And she thought you were a certain way. She thought you had your shit together. She thought you had emotional self-control. And then you get together and you're like, bleh. And she's like, what do you want me to do with that? So now you've caused her to go, and now inside she's going, I have this, you're like squishy man. You're like Gumby. It's like, you're like a Nerf football or something. It's like, you're supposed to be strong. And like, can you fuck a woman with a limp dick? Absolutely not. And so when you show up, you're like, I have feelings. She kissed you, and then, so it's like in one moment you made a date, which is great. That's being direct and being decisive, but telling her you have feelings, it's just like, what do you want me to do with that? And then you go for the kiss, which is great, shows more confidence. So you're not being congruent. One moment you're acting like a man, and the next moment you're acting like a little boy waiting to be given directions and told what to do. And that's why she's like, oh, it's too weird. Because she was obviously attracted to you, but because of how you handled yourself in the date, you made yourself look weak and beta. And so she's got this wishy-washy feeling in her stomach. She had this perception about you, and then she goes out and she's like, He says, I felt a slight weirdness too, but I still enjoyed it a lot. I bet you did. He says, I convinced myself it was weird. I sent her one text back at home, jokingly saying, it was like kissing my sister. Come on, man. You're just like, it's like, you got like a big old backhoe just digging a big old hole for yourself, bro. She laughed and said, we won't mention it again, but then proceeded to mention it right away on Monday. and has mentioned it multiple times, but in a haha, we found out we're brother and sister sort of way. She even mentioned for the first time she had seen something between us when she was dating her ex-boyfriend. More indicator that, hey, you know what? I really liked you until we went on that date and you basically started talking me out of liking you. That's what she's communicating. Because on one hand, she's like, I'm still attracted to you and I feel something, but that was kind of weird how you acted and you vomited. It's like you didn't know what to do. You were looking for direction. Women don't want to be the leaders. They want to show up, look hot, have a great time, and get seduced by you, by a guy who knows what the fuck to do. I actually felt relieved for a few days, like I could have a normal friendship, but sure enough, the feelings came right back. She's now in Colorado on vacation. Another ex-boyfriend paid to fly her out. She doesn't know how I feel. Well, you kind of already vomited up how you felt. I plan on basically saying I like the kiss, I still have strong feelings, but I need us to keep as much distance as possible until I can find someone else. Is this the best course of action? Is there a chance in hell that I could ever be with her? Number one, don't ever fucking say something so stupid to a woman, dude. And so just next time you see her, say, hey, you know what? I'd like to take you out again. She's like, well, we're kind of like brother and sister. Say, you know what? You're kind of like a stepsister. You're kind of like that hot stepsister that has a crush on me. And so it is kind of odd kissing somebody that you've known for so long that's kind of supposed to be family, but hey, you know, bottom line is you got a crush on me and you just shouldn't fight those feelings anymore. So I'd definitely like to take you out. You got to be playful and humorous in a way, and she's going to throw shit at you like that. She's going to test you in some way, shape, or form that's like that because of your dithering and your indecisiveness and the fact that you basically acted totally unsure of yourself. But I would definitely ask her out again, absolutely. If she says, well, are we going out as friends? Like, no fucking way. I can't do just friends. You're too fucking hot. But I thought you said kiss me was like kissing a sister. Well, it's like kissing a hot stepsister. And, you know, I liked it. So, you know what? We definitely need some more practice at it. And let's see where it goes. When are you free to get together? Be direct, be decisive. And if she gives you, oh, well, I think we're kind of better off as friends, say, you know what? We both like each other. We're both attracted to each other, but I'm not going to do the just friends only thing. If you want to do just friends only, we can be acquaintances at work, but I'd kind of rather keep my distance because I fucking like you. You're fucking gorgeous. I mean, what guy wouldn't want to go out with you? So I can't hang out with you in the friends only kind of context. So if that's all you want is friends only, then we need to kind of keep our distance so I can focus on meeting the right girl for me. And maybe when I get into a relationship and meet another girl, then yeah, maybe we can go out and hang out as friends or whatever, but I can't do that shit right now. But if you change your mind, let me know, because I think you're gorgeous and you're a pretty fucking good kisser, by the way, and I'd really like to go out with you again. That's the way I would handle it, dude. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session with yours truly. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.